Alright my fellow agents, welcome back to the Gaming Brigade, and as most of you know by now, Year 7 Season 3 went live yesterday, December 2nd, but unfortunately with the introduction of the new season, we also saw the introduction of a ton of Delta crashes that were happening pretty much non-stop for a lot of players out there, including myself. Now, as you can see on screen, the game put out a message earlier and they said to improve server stability and reduce crashes, we'll be taking the servers down for a maintenance today, December 3rd. You can see the following times and they say the estimated downtime is 3 hours. Again, take that with a grain of salt. It could be more, it could be less, but as of my posting this video, the servers are now back up, and if you're still having issues, please let me know in the comment section. Now, with all that being said, today's video is actually a follow-up to one I posted yesterday, and I was talking about the fact that the first thing I chose to do when the new season began is jump into a round of countdown because I was trying to farm for 2 specific items attached to the new unit alloy brand set. And those items happen to be the equalizer body armor and the salvo holster, because in my opinion, these are 2 items that you can center so many different damn builds around, my friends. So this morning, I'm going to give you a breakdown of one of the many different ways you can use this combination. Now, as always, we're going to jump right into the details, and if you happen to enjoy this, do me a favor and hit that like button. It truly helps the channel out. And if you want to stay up to speed on all things Division, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button as well. Now, for this version of the build, I am using the Gunner specialization. The main reason for that is because it gives me access to the Banshee Pulse, and I love to use this skill with this version of the build. Now, you do have other options as well in regard to the specialization, but always remember, regardless of which one you choose, always make sure to have the proper weapons activated in your weapon skill tree. That way you're getting a 15% weapon damage bonus regardless of which one you're using. The reason I mention that is because a lot of people forget to actually switch their weapons. If they use the same template, then you're leaving weapon damage on the table. You don't want to make that mistake. Now, as far as your primary weapon is concerned, to put it bluntly, you have a ton of options, my friends. I mean, you could use St. Elmo's like I am, you could use the Chameleon, you could use the Lexington with the Talent Killer. And as I said previously, there are so many different builds you can put together based around the combination of this holster and the body armor, so this is going to be the first of many videos. Now, as far as your secondary is concerned, in my opinion, you want to use the Stack Broker. This was granted out to players, I think about a week ago, something like that. And the reason we have this equipped is because it's going to help you build stacks for Striker incredibly fast. You can see the RPM on screen. Now, the talent you use is up to you. You could use Killer, you could use Close and Personal. Again, the entire point of using this weapon is to build those stacks, and you're going to switch back to your primary. Now, as far as the sidearm is concerned, and this holds true for pretty much any build out there, you want to be using the Quick Step because that has the Talent Sport mode, and when you have that weapon in your hand, you're going to get an extra 20% movement speed bonus, which just makes farming more efficient. You know, yesterday when I was playing Countdown, people are just ripping through the map. And for those of you out there who do not have this weapon, do not waste your time farming for it at the moment because it's only available during special events. So the next time you can farm for it, I will let you know, but it was in the game for like a month. So hopefully you do have one in your inventory. So I recommend putting that on. Now, making our way to the gear itself, you can see we're running 3 Striker, 2 of the new unit alloy brand set, and the Ninja Bike backpack. Now, most of you know how this backpack works, but if you don't, you can see it has the Talent Resourceful, and that talent is going to slot in with any equipped gear set and or brand set item to fulfill a requirement towards unlocking a gear set's bonus. It can unlock bonuses from multiple sets simultaneously, which simply means even though we are only wearing 3 pieces of Striker, we are still going to get all 4 of the gear set's bonuses, which as you can see are 15% weapon handling, 15% rate of fire, and Striker's Gamble. Next, my friends, we have the first of 2 pieces of the Unit Alloys brand set, but again, because of the Ninja Bike, we do get all 3 brand set bonuses, and they are 5% rate of fire, 20% assault rifle damage, and 50% magazine size. Now, you can also see this is the new named body armor, the Equalizer, that I referenced at the beginning of the video, and the reason this is going to be so popular is because it has the Talent Perfect Obliterate, where critical hits are going to increase total weapon damage by 1% for 10 seconds, stacking up to 24 times. Right below that, you can see we have the new named holster, which again is attached to the new brand set. It is the Salvo, and the reason this is so effective is because of that middle attribute, 5% rate of fire. You know, for some reason in yesterday's video, I kept saying 8%. I don't know, maybe I was all amped up, I wasn't paying attention, but again, this combination with the Striker gear set is going to give you an extra 25% rate of fire increase, which you really feel when you're using it. I mean, it's so much damn fun. You'll hopefully try this thing out and enjoy it. Finally, my friends, we have the knee pads and the gloves, 2 final pieces of the Striker gear set. You will notice that I'm trying to stack crit hit chance and crit hit damage everywhere I can. As far as the skills are concerned, I'm using the combination of the Banshee Pulse and the Crusader Shield, and when we take a look at my numbers, I'm sitting at 55% crit hit chance, 108 crit hit damage. Remember, those numbers are going to be dependent on not only the gear I have equipped, but having a Shade Watch of level 1000. I'd also like to mention in this video, I do not have any global modifiers active whatsoever. The main reason for that is because first of all, I haven't unlocked anything really, and secondly, I want to ensure that whenever you see this video, you know exactly what the build can do without any special events going on. And for the record, anytime I post a build moving forward with the global modifier turned on, I will show you gameplay footage with it both on and off. That way you know exactly what it can do regardless of what you may be doing. Hope this helped you out, my friends, and as always, questions, comments, or feedback, please let me know, and I'll do my best to get back to you as quick as I can. On that note, I'm going to leave you with some gameplay footage and a few final thoughts. As always, I want to take a moment and thank you all for your incredible continued support. Please let me know of any other questions you have I did not address. Thank you once again for the privilege of your time, and as I mention at the end of every one of these, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone. Good morning, my fellow agents. I hope everyone is having a good day so far. Wherever you are in the world, whatever you're doing, I hope you're healthy, happy, safe, all that good stuff. All right, so as you can see on screen, the game put out a message about 30 or so minutes ago saying thank you for your patience while we address the recent crash issues. A compensation package with 1 exotic cache will be granted to all players and delivered to the in-game mailbox. Now, I did just check my mailbox. Everything was there. Hopefully you got this stuff as well, and if not, let me know in the comment section. Now, the last thing I'd like to address really quick is how to get the body armor in the holster. Now, in case you're unaware, you can get these guaranteed in your seasonal reward track. I know the body armor you get at level 42 in the season. I don't know exactly what the holster is, but like I said earlier in the video, you know, one thing I did is I jumped into countdown right away. I set my targeted loot to unit alloys because remember, you want to follow the brand set, not the item type. So I set that as my targeted loot, and I got really lucky on my first run. And I want to say that because always remember with this game, RNG plays a major role, and like I said a second ago, you know, these are guaranteed drops throughout your seasonal reward track, but you know, for a lot of us out there, it's going to take a little bit of time to get to level 42 respectively, and as far as what the holster is, so this way you have the ability to try to get this thing early. So I hope this video does help you out, and I hope you get the gear you're looking for, my friends. That's all I got for this video. I got to head out the door for work. Thank you once again for everything, and I will see you in the next one.
Reinforcements en route. Incoming hostiles detected.
Damn.